All right, family. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasun said he kick back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarasun Seti YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all already know what it is. Black Power, Black Frequency. You're feeling that frequency and energy. You should most definitely join. The link right down in the video description is in the chat. I want you to click that link. You're going to get a video introduction rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasun Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. Ring the alarm, kingseti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasun Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got some for you. I know you're going to like it and love it. Get over there, check out the catalog, get you something, get a discount, shop and save and shop. That's right, family. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, SETI University. We talking about over 2,000 videos, over 40 different subjects, all the subjects that you know and love from the general. Plus, we got the grandmaster teachers, hand-picked documentaries and lectures, man. If I've hand-picked it, it's flame. You see, it's flame. I'll just be binging on General SETI University, just binging, because everything that I know belong there is there. So when you come, it's just overflowing with academic greatness. So get on over there, become a member today. There is no website like it on the planet, family. And everybody knows SETI popping on Patreon. Y'all already know that. Dropping nuclear bombs on Patreon. That's right. The popping his page on Patreon just got off. Put about a 45-minute headbanger on there. You feel what I'm saying? You want the word? Go get it. It's waiting on you. It's on fire. All you have to do is good. When you get on Patreon, go to the page that's on fire. It's going to say General SETI. You understand? Your goddamn computer going to catch on fire. Go on over there and get it. It's waiting on over 500 exclusive live streams. Man, as soon as you show up and whatever tier you choose, you're going to have an abundance of waiting on you as soon as you open it up. That's right, family. And the SETI is on Rumble, the Black Power Scholar that won't stumble or fumble. I want you to get on over there and take that roller coaster ride with me. This is the first time I've already been there, but I'm about to turn up. And I want you to turn up with me, become a subscriber today. All the family that donated to the general, I thank you. I appreciate the fact you appreciate me. Any of the family out there would like to donate to the general, link right there in the video description is in the chat. Click it, donate. I thank you. Ahead of time, make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels. King SETI, General SETI, Sarasun SETI. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. All right. Here we go, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. We in the good book now. Y'all want me to stay? Y'all want me to go to war in the good book? I got the good book. I don't know what it's good for. But I'm going to tell you what, we're going to use it today. We're talking about why the Arabs are not from Ishmael, the son of Abraham. I got to go in there and correct that. And so, this is what gives them lineage. You see, this is what gives them lineage. And I just got to show you that that's just not true. Look, yeah, I got to talk to him. You see, we talking about the pale. We got to talk about the pale, man. That's what we talking about. We're not talking about any melanated African clans and nations that are indigenous to the land that we know of as Arabia, but we want to talk about it now. I don't care. We want to talk about it. And so now with this so-called, you got two sons. Well, Abraham had more than two sons now. You see what I'm saying? Because we got to also talk about Keturah. You see, that was the third wife that he had, which you got Midian, and you know, which was the main son that's talked about. You see, you know, but you know, Ishmael being his oldest son, and we understand that it's metaphorical. We want to get metaphorical with them. You see, to let them know that even their metaphors is lies. You see, even their metaphors is lies. We want to deal with that. And so, now let's talk about it, because when you talk about the Quran, or I don't even know if it's mentioned in the Quran. It very well might just be mythology and legacy. I don't even know if it's in the Quran, but it's supposed that Muhammad, you see, we're going to talk about that, descended from Ishmael, which was the son of Abraham, the very first son, the oldest, who was from an Egyptian woman, Hagar. You see, Hagar, a Hamitic woman. See, and why do I say this? Because these niggas today, whether they be Hebrew Israelites or Arab, they say they can't work with the African. You see, when they say Hamitic, I see these niggas on videos every day where they say that they cannot work. And I'm showing in the book that these, you know, that not only that the Hebrews married into the bloodline, and I'm not saying this as if, because technically we just saying metaphorically that anybody in that land at that time was black. There is no white people in that area. This is just, you know, for my understanding. Okay. Now I understand the book has created its own interpretation of what them people might be. And the book is not factual in that respect. You know, it's not factual in that respect. But in the regards that a lot of the people are referred to as black, as African, is correct. And I have to state that. That there is no white people that I know of until you get Gehazi, whose seed was cursed, leprous, as white as snow. You see, so there was no genetic race that you call white until you get not even Esau, because it did not say, it say Esau, he was red, and we got red-haired Africans. That don't mean shit. You see what I'm saying? It didn't say his seed would be cursed red or this, that, and the third. And like I say, red is an attribute of African people. Okay? That is, you know, I mean, it's a whole lot of Africans got red hair. You know what I'm saying? You can have black and red hair. You can have some people got black and red hair. So it don't mean shit. But when we talk about Gehazi, it said that he was cursed white, leprous, white as snow, and his seed was cursed with the same attributes of white. So that when we talk about based on genetic, Gehazi is the father of the white race. We got to talk about that. So, you know, the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal don't have no lineage in no divine races. You understand? Or no book. Okay, so when we talk about, and a lot of people say, you know, we talk about these pale Arabs, we got to run them up out of there because they don't got no lineage. Even when you break down Abraham, I want to break down Abraham for you. See, because it's in the etymology. See, y'all think I don't have no belief in the story. This is esoterical knowledge, fool. You got to pull back the veil. It's in the etymology of what we talking about. Abraham, and man named Abraham, is showing you where they come from. You know, this is where, you know, this is showing you where they come from. Up out of the root of Ham, which is an African word. It existed before the Bible. Okay, I just want to be clear about that. Ham existed before. You could find the root of that all throughout the Kushite world, all the way over into India, into Cambodia, all through that area. See, the thing is, when you look at the root, and that's why I try to get and break it down for you so that you understand that it, as you go further over into towards when you go further over towards Japan and Cambodia, see, you'll start seeing the S. See, you'll start seeing the S, but the S is interchangeable with the K, is interchangeable with the C. How do I know that? Because when you watch Eugene Adams' documentary, Africans in Asia, one of the terms that was used, the black god, Sambo. See, it's Sambo. And many of the cities took on the etymology of Sambo. One of the ancient names of Cambodia was Sambodasia because of this black woolly head. And he looked like a variation of Buddha. Okay, very well might be another name for Buddha, Sambo. So it wasn't just, Buddha was woolly head or black and woolly head. You had other deities that they hide, that they not talking about, that was black and woolly head. And Sambo was one of them deities. And so ancient Cambodia and that empire in there was referred to, and I'm gonna start getting I'm just getting rolling with my computer. I'm gonna get my maps up. Matter of fact, wait a minute. Let me get something up here. Let me see if I can get something up here. Yeah, it feel good to be able to get back on these scrolls and shit. You feel me? Yeah, it feel good to be able to get back up on these scrolls. Hold on, y'all. Let me get it up. Let me get it up. Okay, let me see. If not, I'm gonna just go on to teach. I know. Let me see. I just teach for right now, and then because I got to go in here and find all my stuff. I got to just get in this computer. So you could go and do your own research. You can look it up. If you go on Eugene Adams, he shows the maps. Sambodacia. Now, you can also look up a derivative of Sambodacia is Cambodacia. You see they spell it with a K also. Cambodacia, which is the root of Cambodia. Okay? So you see the S and the K is interchangeable. Also charmed, C-H-A-M, where you get the Champa civilization, which was right next to the Mon Khmers. They were also of the same Kushite bloodline, the Champa. Okay, and you see Champa, and also Naga Champa. You see, you don't want to look at that. Y'all niggas love to burn the Nag Champa, which is Naga, nigga, Champa. That's what it is. Negus, Naga, Champa. So you see, that's root, that's harm, that's calm. You see? And so not only Sambodacia and the black god Sambo, but also rooted in that is the samurai. And so it is in the Japanese mythology, and I'm just not saying mythology, but in their history, that in order to be a samurai, you got to have some African blood. You see, and when you look at the samurai, you'll see them with the horns on there. You know, a lot of time they'll have deer horns. You see the same as Hathor, and wherever you go, they got that horn god. Whether it's the deer, reindeer, whether it's the goat, whether it's the ram, you know, they're gonna have the horn one. You see, and so with the samurai, they had the deer horns, and they had a small little sun disk with the dragon sitting right there on the pineal. You see, sitting right there on the pineal, which is the same as the sun disk of ancient Egypt with the serpent sitting right there on the pineal. We're not playing no games over here. We're not playing no games. See, that's the one thing I like about when my computer, went down on me, that I went to freestyle to show motherfuckers that I can do it. You see what I'm saying? I could peel this shit off and go to work. It's not a problem. Okay, I don't want to know. So a lot of y'all think out there thinking, oh, this setting. No, motherfucker, I'm multifaceted. Just show you that I know what the fuck I know. You see what I'm saying? And so when you look at that, you see Champa, and then right there, not only we see, because closely connected to Champa is, you see Kush, but wait a minute, before I even go, also the Y, Yam. You see, people don't, let's deal with that, Yam. Which, and I say, damn, I was doing the research, and one of the terms for black in Sanskrit is Yam. And one of the deities, Mahala Kala. You see, Mahala Kala, which is a black deity. You see what I'm saying? Look a lot like Bess. This was a term that was also used for that god, Yam, Y-A-M. You see, denotes black. That's exactly what it denotes. Black, divine blackness. Okay, coming up out of that, I believe it was Sanskrit. Now, the crazy thing about that, not only do you have Yam with the Y in India, you got Yam also in Southern Arabia, which was the term they used for ancient Yemen. Yam with the Y. So you got the S, you got the S, you got the Y, you got the C, you got the, it does not make a difference. The root of it, that's why when Moses went up on the mountain and God, see, this is metaphorical. He said, I want you to go to Egypt, and I want you to do that which I commanded you to do. Tell them what I said. And he told God, he said, well, who should I tell him sent me? He said, I am. See, I am. You see? So when see, the thing is, you have to understand a lot of these, the consonant that is in front of the root, the true root could be S, it could be C, H, it could be C, it could be Y. That don't mean shit. It all denote blackness. Okay, and we can black it up. So Yam is Yemen. That's the one of the early names for Yemen. So you see that Ham, you see that Cham, Sam, Yam, all of that. If we can look it up, and I guarantee you, it's going to say exactly what it is. Okay, and so why do they call and back it up that it is meaning black in Southern Arabia? Okay, Yam being Yemen, because we know Yemen is what they call Arabia Felix. And Arabia Felix means it was the best part of Arabia. It was more lush. And so this is obviously, don't nobody just want to be wandering out in the goddamn desert. They're going to choose they're going to choose the best part of the land. You see, they're going to choose the best part. And so it was Arabia Felix. Now, of course, when you go into the Bible, it says that the earliest inhabitants of the Arabian Peninsula was the children of Cush. That's right. That's right. Rama, Sheba, Dedan. You see what I'm saying? All of these were children of Cush that first populated before Ishmael. See, this is very significant. So even based on the Bible, that the Kushite tribes had moved into that area before Ishmael, who supposedly is the patriarch of the Arabs. That's a fact based on the book. So, but when you go into the Quran, now another thing, and so not only that, you know, you got the Adites. Those were the ancient Arabs that was in the land, who were again based on Arabic lore. They state that the Adites were from the Hamites, where they were from Africa. So when they say Ham, we are talking about Africa. Period. That's what the Arabs said. I can bring it up, and they know this. That these were the people that was in the land before they got there. And that they were much like Kushites everywhere, that they was building megalithic structures. And that they said this one city, Iram, was called the city of giants, because the columns were so large. You see? That's right. No doubt about it. The Arabs is basically a damn AD people when it come down to it. You see what I'm saying? They basically are AD people. They don't even have no damn they don't have no history before, because shit, Mecca, you talking about, I mean, you can go and ain't even know Mecca in the damn Bible. They don't speak of no damn Mecca. They don't know nothing about it. Okay? And so, but now let's talk about Ishmael. So to show you that even the one, and now the crazy thing is, I'm gonna show you how the Quran is in the Arabs is lying, because they say Ishmael is buried in Mecca, that he went to Mecca with Abraham, and that they built the Kaaba. And we're gonna show you in the Bible, it don't say nothing about no goddamn about no damn Abraham and no Ishmael went to no damn Arabia. Now, of course, when we read in the Bible, we understand that the Egyptians are Hamites. Matter of fact, Egypt is called the land of Ham. And so we understand that Hagar, who later became the wife of Abraham, an Egyptian, Hamitic, gave birth to his first son, Ishmael. And it says, and it also said, and he dwelt in the wilderness of Paran, and his mother took him a wife out of the land of Egypt. So he went back up into the African bloodline. Whereas the Arabs say Ishmael went down to Mecca, married an Arab woman. That's what they say. So and the crazy shit about it, the Quran say when you in a state of confusion about the truth, go to the older books to validate what is true. So there is nowhere in the Bible where they say no goddamn Ishmael went down to no damn Mecca and built no Kaaba or none of that shit. That's a lie according to the book, the Bible, which the Quran say if anytime, because Allah's supposed to have wrote the Bible. Allah, according to the Quran, that The Old Testament and the gospel of Jesus was given to them, Moses, and to Jesus by Allah. You see, that's why he said you could use that as a guide on what is true. So where is it in the Bible where it says Ishmael went down to Arabia and built some damn Kaaba? You can't find that. And so when you look at the bloodline, now the thing is, you can't be, see, this is where you catch them jumping over the fence. They want to keep jumping over the goddamn fence. They don't know whether they want to, because the Egyptians is Hermetic. And all these curses in the Bible on the Hermetics. So don't nobody really want to be the Hermetic. The Canaanites is cursed in the Bible. The Egyptians is cursed in the Bible. The Kushites is cursed in the Bible. Ham is cursed in the Bible. You see? So obviously they got it out for the Hermetics. Nobody got more curses on them than the goddamn Hermetics. Okay? Ham couldn't even get off the goddamn boat damn near without a curse. You see what I'm saying? So before the flood was over with, he had a curse on his head. And then before long, his son Canaan had a curse. Then Egypt had a curse. Then goddamn Ethiopia had a curse. Everybody that's connected to that bloodline had a curse. And so here you got the divine, you got the chosen, those of Shem, the chosen bloodline. And so this is the bloodline that supposedly gave birth to the Israelite, the Hebrew, and the Arab. Okay? But at the same time, they know that the Africans' civilizations are so great. You got Arabs in Egypt, they don't know what they want to be. They on both sides at one time. They want to be Egyptian, but then they're Muslims at the same time. I said, well, what the fuck? Do you want to be the Hermetic or do you want to be the Shemitic? Which one you want to be? You don't know. You can't make up your mind. You see, you ain't the Egyptians. You can't be. And then they got enough nerve to call it the Islamic State of Egypt. Now, that don't even make no sense. When the God Allah is cursing the Egyptians, cursing it, and yet and still you want to be the Egyptian at the same time venerating Allah. That don't make no goddamn, that's a state of confusion. They in a state of confusion. They jumping on both sides of the goddamn fence. They don't, and so the reality is they ain't neither. You see what I'm saying? They ain't goddamn neither. That's really what it boiled down to it. You understand what I'm saying? They don't have no lineage. So to be clear, when you read in the Bible, which the Quran say use as a guidepost, if you come to a state where you're confused about something, go to the other scriptures that preceded it, the gospel and the Torah, and study that and use it as a guidepost of the truth. And there's nowhere in the Bible where it says Ishmael went down to Arabia, had an Arab wife, gave, started the lineage of Muhammad and all this, that. That's some bullshit. The Bible says, and I'm just using it and to make a clear understanding of who they say this progenitor, they don't even say he's a progenitor of a particular Arab. It do. Okay. It do say he's a progenitor of a particular Arab, but these were closely connected to Egypt. I don't even want to use the term Arab because you don't even find that in the Bible. Then, that come much later. I don't even want to use it. Don't say. You know what I'm saying? It says Sheba. It says Dedan. It says Ramah. It just don't say that in the Bible. And this is supposed to be the older book. But where is these terms at? You don't find it. Yeah, Yeah. Parables, you know what? Parables, I wouldn't say that they are lies. Because you understand that a parable is meant to be a fable. It's not necessary. I wouldn't say a lie. A lie is when you trying to confuse a motherfucker by trying to, people understand that people don't fly. You know what I'm saying? They know motherfuckers don't do this, that, and the third. Motherfuckers ain't picking up giant boulders and, that weigh 50 tons and throwing it and shit. So from the start, when you go and you watch some shit like Marvel Comics, I ain't saying, but it's not real. You see what I'm saying? A lie is a vicious thing. Yeah, and there are lies in the book, don't get me wrong. You see, but those of us who study esoterical knowledge, we know when something is a story. A story ain't necessarily a lie. The components of a mythological story is grandeur. It's going to always be mystical. It's always going to be grandeur. And that's not necessarily a lie, because from the start, you understand that's what it is. You don't have no misunderstanding that this was meant to be real. You understand it as being a mythological tale. You see what I'm saying? So understand that. But a lie is something totally different. A lie is something totally. Now, what the Quran said was a goddamn lie. It wasn't even a parable. A parable don't necessarily have to be a lie. You see what I'm saying? When you understand that, like I said, the parable is the vehicle for the truth many times. You see what I'm saying? The vehicle which is the story, don't necessarily have to be true, but it is a vehicle of the truth. The root of it is the truth, but the vehicle, how the story is told, don't have to necessarily be true. And most people understand that it's not true. A lie is something that's taught to deceive a motherfucker. Even in a parable that holds the truth, you still, at the end of the day, the end of the parable is truth. So you ain't gonna get the lie. A lie is a vicious thing that is created to deceive. And some parables are deception. That is true. That's right. The vehicle, and it was conceived for the purpose of deceiving. But a parable does not necessarily have to be a lie. It don't have to necessarily be a lie. It can be a lie. It can be a lie. But most times when people create parables, it's to hide the truth. You see what I'm saying? A parable is coded. You see what I'm saying? And you ain't gonna code to hide a lie. You see what I'm saying? You create a parable as a code. You see, a veil to hide a truth. You don't, and nobody gonna go through all that to hide a lie. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Understand that, but I understand what he's saying. I just want to be, because I don't want you to think that a parable necessarily had to be a lie. You see? And so, but to get to the what we dealing with right here is that Ishmael, according to the Bible, married an African woman. He himself, his mother was African, and she went right back up in her bloodline and got another African woman to marry Ishmael too. Now, the thing is, before I get out of here, the Mendonites, who were Kushites in the Bible, Midian was Abraham's son through Keturah, his third wife. Now, we also know that Zipporah, who was the wife of Moses, was from the land of Midian, and his brother Aaron and his sister Miriam ridiculed his wife for being an Ethiopian. So the Mendonites were Ethiopians. Now, in the Bible, Ishmaelites and Mendonites are interchangeable. You see, you can see it in one verse. It says, and they sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites, and you could come down 3 verses and it say, and Joseph was sold to the Mendonites. So it shows you that the Ishmaelites and the Mendonites were interchangeable. Ishmael was Egyptian, and the Mendonites were Kushite, to show you that the Kushites and the Egyptians were interchangeable because they look exactly the same. A lot of the culture was the same, but not just the culture. They look exactly the same. So that show you right there. And plus, they were brothers. They were half brothers anyway. But they were of the same race, that the Kushites and the Ishmaelites were African. And so when we talk about the ancient, you see, we breathe life into it. That's just like when we say ancient Americans. They were not Americans, but I understand what people's is saying. There is no ancient Americans, because America was named after America Vespucci or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Americo Vespucci or some shit like that. So that's who it was named after, but we say ancient Americans. You see what I'm saying? We put ancient into a word that really is not ancient. And so when we say ancient Arabians, it really ain't no ancient Arabian. You see what I'm saying? That term don't exist technically until you see the AD period and later, because they would call other things before, Saracens and all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they would call Saracens and other, and so this is a term that's really a AD term. And when you go into the ancient world, you understand the more ancient terminology, because they say Yemen was the oldest name for Yemen, which is the more ancient, was Yam, Y-A-M, which is in correlation with Ham, which is in Kam in Egypt, Cham all the way in Cambodia, India. You got Yam in India. You got Sam or Sambo all the way in Japan. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So we showing that was all throughout the Kushite Empire. And these are the more ancient terms based on documentation, family. We just getting started tonight. I want to thank you. I want y'all to hit up some of them, hard work we doing. If you think, listen to me now. I got the documentation. Most of y'all know this by now. You see what I'm saying? I know you can go look it up anywhere. I gave you the root of it. I guarantee you can go there, do your own research, and come to that conclusion. If you can find anything other than that, please let me know. Bring it to me, because I don't want to be wrong. You feel what I'm saying? I don't. And I'm willing to accept correction if you can do that. Make sure you bring me the reference material, and I would like to look at it. This is General Sarasu Seti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge, bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation, Black power.